Picking a book of the month for March is going to be tough. Let's talk about it. What's up, beasties? It's me, it's Triple B, your friendly neighborhood bearded book beast. Welcome back to the channel. As always, you are looking at beautiful beasties, and I am so glad you are here. I hope you are having a great start to your week, and I hope you had a fantastic weekend. And I hope you've been reading some awesome things, and I'm excited to wrap up March 2025 with you today. So without further ado, grab yourself a thirst-quenching refreshment like this cherry Dr. Pepper Zero. That burns so good. Sit back, relax, and enjoy my wrap-up for March 2025, baby. All right, so we'll start off talking about the books that I read. So I read most of this in February, but I finished it up in March. So we're going to start off talking about it. And that was the memoir nonfiction book, Life, I always say that, Love, Family, Cancer by Bill Beckett. And this was just a beautiful story, nice and short. I've talked to Bill a lot. He's going to be on the channel this month, which is going to be fantastic. Oh, actually, you know what? I got some of these things to hold the book for me while I talk. And I think we'll do it for this video. Boom. There you go. Marvelous. But this is a great book. It's split into three parts: love, family, cancer. So it starts with the love story of Bill and his wife Bonnie, and it's a beautifully written story. Bill is a great storyteller, great writer, and it's really good. So that was a lot of fun to read. It really made you fall in love with their story and with them and root for them. And then family, it talks about how they started a family together, their kids, what they did, how they built this life, and then finally cancer, getting the cancer, the diagnosis, fighting the cancer, and losing the battle to cancer, and how Bill felt along the way, what he went through, what he was experiencing, what he was thinking, some of the mistakes he thinks doctors made, he made, and it's just a great story. Anyone that's been touched by cancer should definitely check it out. I did a review on the channel. Check it out if you have not yet, and look forward to Bill coming on the channel to talk. I'm really looking forward to that. But this was a great start to the month. All right, next up, I read Guard in the Garden by Z.S. Diamante. We're going to put that there. And this nice hardcover special edition right next to it. So this was fantastic. Just cozy, if you love legends and lattes, books like that, you'll love this. Focuses on Felton, who is this dwarven warrior right there. He gets injured in battle at the beginning, during this bombastic battle going on. Z.S. writes that very well, as well as the cozy. I haven't done a review for any of these other ones yet, but look for them soon. I'm trying to get better about putting out reviews on the channel, not just on Goodreads and Amazon. But anyway, he gets injured early on, injures his leg, and he wakes up, and then he has this long road to recovery, and even though he's working hard and trying to make his leg better, it's not really getting better, and he has to walk with a cane. He can't get around, so he can't really go back into the military and do what he's always done. And it's just about his struggles with that, and then he is lucky enough to get assigned this duty as a city guard for this very small little town, and he feels like at first that it's a waste of his talents and he's not doing anything, but the town is just cozy and whimsical and warm, and he gets to know these people, and he ends up helping this young widow and her young daughter with a garden they have, and it's just a beautiful, special story. I really recommend it to any fantasy lover, or any book lover in general, but especially if you know someone in the military, if you have a loved one in the military. It definitely hits home with that, talking about these warriors that can't do what they've always done, and how they go forward and how they find purpose and meaning and life after all of that. And it's just a beautiful story. I highly recommend it. Absolutely loved it. Then I read Darkblade Assassin, the first book in the series from Andy Peliquin. I don't know if this beast will fit in here. Oh yeah, there we go. And this was a lot of fun. I had a great time with this. And Andy Peliquin's coming on the channel tomorrow night. I'll put out a short to advertise for it because it's going to be late with the time difference between us. What works out great is for us to do it 10 p.m. my time. So if you're in Eastern time with me, it's going to be late night with the beasts, 10 o'clock. So look forward to that. But anyway, this book was awesome. Oh my gosh, blew my mind. We have the character here, the Hunter of Veramos, and he is just referred to as the Hunter most of the time. But there's a lot of mystery. He only remembers things from a certain point. He doesn't remember his life before that, which is pretty cool. And it's very like a mix of like Assassin's Creed and Batman and a dark fantasy world like First Law. So, you know, you mix those together, First Law, Assassin's Creed, Batman. It's as awesome as it sounds. It is a lot of fun. He'll wear disguises, different like face peelings he can put over his face and hair, and disguises, wardrobe, so that he can blend into the crowd to kind of stalk his prey. And he's got this magical dagger that feeds on souls, which is pretty crazy, and it's always talking to him in his head, wanting him to feed it, and he's got to try to find people he thinks are deserving of having their soul eaten by the soul hunger and this dagger, and it's just awesome. I absolutely loved it. Of course, you know, there's mystery. He gets a contract from this group. Turns out maybe the person they want him to kill shouldn't just kill them, and there's lots of twists and turns. And it's just really, really, really good. And I really loved it. Cannot wait to continue on with this series. He's got so many books in this series, but then other series, and I can't wait to talk to him on the channel because they're all interconnected in the same world, which I didn't know until I talked to him recently. So I'm excited to start this journey into Andy's world and continue on, because this was awesome. If you love any of those things I said, dark fantasy, grimdark, Assassins, Batman, you're going to love it. Batman, it's like, because he is like a vigilante, running across the rooftops, hiding in the shadows. He's got this aura and this, what's the word? Like like when people know of you, reputation, like how the criminals are scared of Batman. Criminals are scared of the Hunter of Veramos, the Beast of Veramos. And it's just really cool. So, I absolutely loved it. Cannot wait for more. And if you want to get just a sprinkling of this world and Andy's writing, check out the short story. I'll have both linked down below. There's a prequel short story that kind of feeds into this, which I thought was pretty cool. I'll talk about more when I do a review. But this was awesome. And then I read Nemesis by Greg Hurwitz, which is the latest book in the Orphan X series, one of my favorite series I've talked about on the channel. A modern day Batman in this one, vigilante, gets hired and helps people who are in terrible situations and can't help themselves. But he lives off the grid. He has an alter ego, a secret identity. He's the nowhere man, but then he just seems like a regular guy, Evan Smoke, who does sells things and lives in this condo with all these rich people, and it's really good stuff. But this is very far on in the series, and it had the POV for the first time ever. Really didn't follow just Evan. It followed someone as part of his crew, which is one of my favorite characters, and that was awesome. A great story, really enjoyed it, and the ending just got me. Can't wait to see where it goes from here. I had a great chat with Josh at Already Overbooked on his channel, with me, him, and Novel Insights, Dr. Logan. We had a great time. Check that out if you haven't on his channel. I'll link that too. But it was a lot of fun, and we're the three of us are going to be reading The Devils, which will be fun because Logan really just reads thrillers, so I'm excited to get him into some more fantasy. So we're going to read that in May for my next Beast Buds, which the first one that I did should be coming out later this week. I'm hoping to have that out either late this week or early next week. So look forward to that video. That's going to be a lot of fun. But this was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Love the series. Check it out if you haven't yet. Novellas, I only read a couple. I'm hoping to read some more this month. But first I read Sunset Sovereign, a Dragon's Memoir by Laura Huey, and she is awesome. Definitely got to get her on the channel soon, but she's got a fantasy series that I'm excited to read, but I wanted to start with this novella, and look at that beautiful cover. And not only that, but check this out. Along the bottom here, there's like a mountainous landscape, and as you flip the pages, gosh, it's so hard to do this backwards, but the sun comes up and goes down. That probably didn't look cool at all. But it's really cool. Anyway, I just love that feature of it. But this is great. It's it's kind of like Name of the Wind, but with a dragon telling the story. There's a adventurer that goes to this dragon's cave to slay the dragon, get revenge for her people because her people think that this dragon betrayed them and did all this stuff as a former protector of the city, but that it caused destruction and betrayed them. But then, of course, the dragon seems pretty pleasant, and he says, let's have some soup and I'll tell you my story. So she decides to listen, and she finds out things may not be as they seem, and it's just really good. Really enjoyed it. Well written. Had like a lot of action adventure, but then had like a cozy vibe too. I'd love to see if she's going to do anything with this idea, because I loved it. If she's going to expand and create the world, but I need to read her fantasy series to see what that's about too. But this was awesome. I absolutely loved it. I'm going to do a book review on that soon too. Then I read The Inkling of Flame by Z.B. Steele, a Song of the Damned novella, which is of course the prequel to Whispers of the Storm, which I cannot wait to read. Absolutely love this. It was a great novella. I love the cover, both of these covers, and it was just grimdark, visceral. It's really good. It's about a young group of friends that go off fighting into this war that's way bigger than them, and it's just dark and dastardly and very well done. Like a nice coming of age, but also like a good, just gritty, dark, bloody, savage story, and I really liked it. I cannot wait to get into this. Alright, then manga. I continued on with Attack on Titan. I read volume 4. I need to do 5 and 6 out of this. But it was, where's that there? But it was really good. I love Attack on Titan. Loved the first 3 volumes. Volume 4 was no different. Loved the characters, loved the world, loved the ideas. And this is really making me want to get into the Tainted Cup and the sequel that's coming out. Because they have big leviathans, kind of like this, but totally different story. But anyway, this was really good. If you haven't checked it out, you should. I'm excited to continue on with it. And I read the next volume of One Piece, I think volume 3 or 4. That was really good, really liking it. I'm still getting used to the characters and the story. I heard it takes till like 8, 9 or something like that before the story really takes off and gets a little more deep and serious and stuff. But I'm enjoying that. And I think that was it for manga that I got to this month. I want to read more. I have so many series that I want to get to. So, but those were the 2 I read. The graphic novel wise, I read the next volume of Something is Killing the Children, which I really enjoyed. And then I read this beast, the next big book of Saga that contains quite a few volumes in it. And it was so good. I absolutely love Saga. I can't wait to keep going. The ending of this one, hopefully there's a twist coming that I didn't see because it ended and ripped my heart out, and I'm really not ready for that to be reality if that's what happened. So get on this if you haven't. It's a great story with amazing characters, amazing world, story. It's awesome. Check it out. I almost forgot because I didn't have it, but also I knew I was missing something. For my books, I also read Dungeon Crawler Carl, the first book. I did it on audio, but I also did it physically. But I packed up the book because I had already listened to an audio. And spoiler alert, I love the audio and the book so much, and I've been doing so much work in the house. I listened to the second book at the start of this month already, and it was excellent. But I absolutely loved it. If you haven't heard of Dungeon Carl, I'll put a picture up here. Lit RPG. If you grew up playing video games, you're gonna love it. It's so good. It's got a lot of funny pop references to stuff in the 90s and video game things, and it's great. And all I can say is, God, dog nabbit donut. Not really. He says GD donut, but I'm monetized now, so I gotta be careful. But it was so good. The audio is absolutely incredible. It's just so good. It does such a great job. I highly recommend audio if you do audio, but even just reading the book is great. It was a lot of fun. It's got a lot of humor, obviously. It's got a lot of silly, zany stuff going on, but it's got a lot of heart and character development wrapped up in there. And I love the dynamic between Carl and Princess Donut. Carl, I love you, Carl. Anyway, it's a lot of fun, and you should definitely check it out, and I'm loving it. Looking forward to continue on with that and doing a review on it soon. And later this month, at the end of the month, I'll be on J.R. Carroll's channel to talk about book 2. I hadn't finished book 1 and had stuff going on, so I couldn't join him and the group that he's meeting with, but I'm looking forward to being a part of that at the end of April, so that's going to be a lot of fun. More info for that to come. Before we talk about my favorite reads of the month and the book of the month, we're going to save that for the end. Let's talk about what's been going on the channel. Now, first of all, you may notice I got some different digs around me here. So my oldest had moved out into her own apartment and was going to college and all that not too long ago. But, well, she had gone away to college and all that and then moved out into her own apartment, but she still had all her stuff here. But now that she's really settled into her new apartment and stuff, that she's going to be there for, a while, and we're going to be moving, we kind of finally went through her stuff, got to her, moved into her apartment, what she was going to keep, got rid of what she wasn't, started organizing things. We did some painting and touch-ups and work in the room, and now I was able to move my stuff into here, so now I have my own room with a window with actual light and life outside. I'm not in a storage room next to a furnace or underneath pipes with water and a cold cement floor, so I'm loving it. On the channel, it was a great month. I did pretty well. So I finally met my the hours watched, which means now you've probably seen some ads on my videos, but now that can be monetized that way. I also can do merch, so you might have noticed some merch things popped up. I've got a few simple shirts and hats and things like that with just my logo on them, so that's fun to see those. I ordered some samples, so look forward to a video soon with me trying those all on and announcing it and shouting them out. But I'm looking forward to making some book bringer videos, some Triple B's book mail videos, some videos with some of my sayings I say all the time, and other bookish stuff down the road. It'll be fun to make merch with all of that. But for now, it's just the logo. So yeah, check that out if you want. But I'll be making an announcement and showing off some of it in the flesh soon. So that's been great. Subscriber-wise, we got over 1,000 a while ago. Now we're at like 1,200 some, so that's going fine, going good. The Keymark Discord, the readathon there, March Mavericks, that was a lot of fun. I got to be on a team where the team captain was Andy Peliquin, Darkblade author. That was awesome, with the first mate being Tori Tekken, who is fantastic, and then I was the second mate, and it was just a blast. Our team won, the Tome Slayers victorious. And that was a lot of fun. People in there are great. It was great to talk to a lot of people, meet a lot of new people, and read some stuff and talk about books. It was fantastic. Yeah, so that was a good time. This coming weekend, going to check out some things down in North Carolina, check stuff out. That'll be fun with the wife. She's got to do some onboarding, and then we're going to explore the areas and stuff a little bit. So I'm looking forward to that a lot. That'll be fun. And then I'll be moving her on Easter weekend, which is kind of a bummer, but that's just how it has to go because she starts that Monday after. So appreciate all the support and the thoughts being sent our way for everything going on. You guys are great. I appreciate it. Watching wise, I have watched a lot of stuff the last month. I got all caught up with Invincible. That is awesome. Love that show. Check it out if you haven't yet. I'm all caught up in Reacher. Season 3 was fantastic. I'm getting caught up on The Rookie. I love Nathan Fillion, so I'm watching that show. Almost caught up. I love that show too. That's a great one. And I think that's it, but there's a lot of stuff I want to watch. Definitely am going to watch Devil May Cry, the new animated anime that came out. That looks really good. And I also want to watch just a lot of things. A bajillion great shows that are out there, so I need to get into a lot of things. But that's what I've been watching, and it has been great. Hold on. So, without further ado, let's announce what the reads of the month were for March 2025. Comic-wise, I love Something is Killing the Children. It was fantastic. Most months, that would probably be my go-to. But it's going to be Saga, because I love the series. It's my favorite ongoing, well, actually not ongoing because I think it's done, but it's the favorite one that I'm reading ongoingly. But yeah, I'm excited to continue on and see what happens next. This was awesome. Let's see. Manga-wise, my favorite would have to be, I love One Piece so far, but Attack on Titan is just my jam. Berserk and this are my two favorites. And probably Sakamoto Days, but this was my favorite manga that I read. It's awesome. Novella-wise, I loved Sunset Sovereign, but my novella of the month that I read was An Inkling of Flame by Z.B. Steele. It was a lot of fun. We'll put that on here since it's a little smaller. And it was awesome. But now we need to decide on book of the month. This is going to be tough. We got some heavy hitters. I'll put a picture of Dungeon Crawler Carl up there. How will I choose? I absolutely loved all of these books. I love this too, nonfiction, but I'm not going to put the nonfiction one in for book of the month. I mean, maybe eventually I'll read more than one a month, but for now, there's only one, so it wins because it's the only nonfiction book I read. But so out of these, let's narrow it down. We're going to narrow it down because they were all awesome. So I love Nemesis. It was great, but it's not my favorite Orphan X book, so it's not going to be my book of the month, even though I loved it so much. It was great. And I love Dungeon Crawler Carl, but I'm just getting into that series, and even though it was a great surprise and I absolutely loved it, it was a fun ride and I really enjoyed it, but it did not hit me in the same way as these two did. So it comes down to Guard in the Garden and Darkblade. Oh, it's tough. How do I pick between these two? I just want to say it's a tie, but I won't do that. So how do you choose between two books you love so much? If I have to, since I have to, I mean, I have to, that's what this is. If I have to choose one, my book of the month is going to be Guard in the Garden. Love this so much. Cannot wait for book 2. Guard in the Garden is my book of the month. It was just such a beautiful story. And I'm still thinking about it, weeks later. It was just so good. I really loved it. I highly recommend it. Book of the month, March 2025, right here. And these are my reads of the month. So thank you everybody for hanging out here. Look forward to the monthly wrap-ups to keep coming. I think next month I want to get back to showing you stats and kind of get a baseline going for that again, because that's always fun to talk about growth and how far we come each month and stuff like that, and cool for me to look back on. So I didn't have that for this one, but look forward to that in the next one. And I'll try to get better about doing my weekly wrap-ups to keep you up to date as we move forward. But that's all I got for you. So thanks for hanging out. I hope you are having a great day. Leave me a comment. Let me know how your March reading was and what your book of the month was. Or just say hi, because, I'd love to chat with you. So until I see you in the next one, beasties, devour your TBR. Be brave, be beautiful to one another, and be beastly. We'll see ya.